right, back out in the trailer. Leafs lost. Close game, went to overtime. Questionable reffing. But it is time for bed, so what I'm going to do is get the furnace fired up because it's freezing. I could almost see my breath in here, I'm pretty sure. And then I'm going to run the Hack Shack, maybe just when I'm laying here falling asleep, just to see what comes through. Let's do it. Okay, and I forget the card-playing fiend, Chuck. I forget what your wife's name was, but I remember Chuck coming over to play cards. Do you have a message for Uncle Mike? Okay, a lot going on in this first response. Yeah, I feel funny. I'm not wearing any pants. And that's the truth. I'm wearing shorts. Anyway, a lot going on in this first response here, guys. We're talking about a man and his wife who used to go to my aunt and uncle's 25, 30 years ago and play cards. Specifically, they played a game called euchre, which is big here in Canada, right? There's one suit becomes trump. It's more powerful than any other card, and ace is a top card other than any trump. So not familiar with that game, you can look up the rules online. It's an old game. My grandparents taught all of us grandkids to play this back in the day, and we still play it at every family get-together. Anyway, in this response, and I'm getting a full shiver, first time sitting here right down my arms, I asked for Chuck, who I remember he always had a cigarette hanging out his mouth, and he'd get mad, and he'd pound the table, and they'd yell at each other, and that's just the way they played. It was loud, it was fun, it was a room full of smoke. And the first responses here are talking about cards. Do you have a message? Yes. And it says, trumpet, ace, believe, and then it says whiskey. I just called Uncle Mike to tell him, the names and things that are coming through on here. We were talking about the Leaf game because the Leafs lost bad last night. But then I mentioned, about the session with Chuck, and he said there were two things Chuck loved, and that was cards and whiskey. He said Chuck would come over, and within 30 seconds, he would have a bottle on the table, and the cards would be out, and everybody was playing euchre. As crazy as this is, that's the message. And then it goes on to say, we love you, good luck. I can't make this up, and I've got full arm shivers right now, full goose pimples. Look at that. It's like they're saying, yeah, boy, give them the message. So I am. That's the message. Believe it or not, that's what it says. Again, I heard it say, we love you. What was your wife's name? Mike, Love, Connect. Dawn. Linda. Okay, guys, the goose pimples were so strong, and the messages coming through. The box could not make this up. That it says, my mom's name, who is Aunt Laura's twin sister, used to be down there playing cards with them all the time. Uncle Mike's daughter, Dawn, was just a small child, 2, 3, 4 at the time, when these guys were coming around, and, right into her teen years. And then it says Chuck, with Chuck. And intuitively, the message that I'm getting is that they thought of themselves and you guys as family, and that they love you, they miss you, and they want to wish you good luck and all the best. Anyway, let's get back to this. I'm feeling super connected in this session. Dawn is my cousin. That's Uncle Mike's daughter. Linda is my mom. She's in the house right now with Aunt Laura and Uncle Mike. They're watching the Blue Jay game. Dave again. Pay him. All right, so it's getting cold in here. I've got to turn the furnace back on, get in my sleeping bag, so I'm going to give you guys, whoever wants to come through, one last brief 30 seconds. Make it the best, clearest, most conclusive proof that you guys are here watching, loving, and listening. Mike? Alright, I'm going to send out white light to all of you that I'm thinking of. Hugs, kisses, warmth, love. And I've been reminded again right there with a shiver down my neck to receive blessings from them as well. Alright guys, that's it for now. I'm freezing. Lights out. That furnace is noisy, but it does heat up the trailer nice. Gotta get both my sleeping bags on because it's freaking cold. Grandpa Coombs, want to come through. Edie, Velma. What'd you think of that Leafs performance tonight? Guess it would help if I turned the microphone around the right way. Chuck, you want to play some cards? Uncle Mike says he wants to play some cards. Grandma. Dawn came to visit tonight. James came to visit tonight. Did you bake any pies? Can you believe how old the great grandkids are now? We're all old. Can't believe Dawn's 50. I'm 49. James is 46. It's like unbelievable to me how fast time has gone by here. Seems like yesterday we were kids. What's time like on the other side? Aunt Laura went to swat my hat and she touched my glasses. So when she was watching the Leaf game, I walked up behind her and I licked both my fingers and I reached down and I stuck them right in the middle of her glasses. Was that cruel or justified? Probably cruel. The trailer's just starting to get warm now. There. Did you hear that? A disembodied voice right there. No clue what it says. Very faint. Male voice. I can hear it. We're going to replay that. I'm going to turn it up so you can hear it. It's not coming through the spirit box. It's just recorded on the camera. Nobody's coming through. shut this off and go to bed if you don't have anything to say to me. I'd like you to come through and give a message to Uncle Mike. I did think it was pretty cool that today we went to bingo and all four of us won a bingo. We didn't quite win our money back, but the afternoon's entertainment only cost us $20 each. That's not bad. Velma, what do you think of bingo? Petey, Don got a new truck. It's not a Ford. What do you I was gonna say, what do you think of that? What do you Alright, sending light and love. I guess we just want to know if you guys are happy, still in existence somewhere, watching over the family, watching over Uncle Mike and Aunt Laura. Any final messages before I turn this off? Wait a minute. That doesn't feel right. That feels dark, heavy, and ominous, and not like somebody from the family or friends would just throw out there. I don't know. It felt different. What's coming up? I don't know what's coming up. There's still like 15 minutes of this session to go through, but I will tell you guys, something happens later on, and I wake up in the middle of the night at 4, and it was, oh, I'm getting a shiver. It was dark. There was something going on, and I think it's going to be in its own video because it doesn't have anything to do with the family session. It's something to do with our old friend, Carol. But we'll get to that. I'm not sure. Is that a question? You want proof of spirit interaction. It doesn't get any clearer than that reply. Gary's hood is up. I'm wearing a hoodie, and I put the hood up because the trailer was cold, and I've been wearing it up this whole session, and they just said, clear as day, Gary's hood is up, meaning somebody's there, somebody's watching me, and I'm getting full shivers again. They are around us all the time. The box can't see me, can't see what's going on. So how would it know Gary's hood is up? This is probably one of the best responses I've ever gotten in terms of proof of interaction with somebody or something. Did all of us kids turn out okay? I'm tired. But I still want proof of the afterlife. What was Chuck's last name? I actually know it. I asked my mom today. Chuck and his wife used to play cards with Aunt Laura and Uncle Mike every week. and I know his wife's name, and I know their last name. So if you could come through and say her name. Okay, we're going to switch to necrophonic and see if necrophonic can say Chuck's last name or his wife's name. Did that say Papa? Alright, Papa? Do you have something to say? Were you down here visiting with us and all the family? Yes, I am. Did we have fun? Did you have fun watching us? I think everybody had fun. Got along for the most part. Except for when I melted the handle off Aunt Laura's barbecue. When I turned it on high and left it to burn off the grease from the sausages and walked away for 10 minutes. Kids, they wreck everything. I wrecked it. It is funny. I went out to turn the barbecue off and I couldn't open the barbecue because the handle wasn't there anymore, and I was like, oh shit, I knew I was in trouble. So I went and got Mom and I'm like, keep her busy and I'll fix it. And I did fix it. The handle's back on the barbecue, but Aunt Laura caught me. She came out because she's very picky and wanted to clean the barbecue herself, and there was no way I could hide that there wasn't a handle on the barbecue. So I got caught. Well, we always have a few laughs. Alright, well, Mom and I have to pack up tomorrow and head home. Alright. I'll give you 1 more minute to give messages for Aunt Laura, Uncle Mike, or any other family that need to be given a message. Alright, that's a lot of stuff to analyze over 2 nights. Did they leave any messages? Did they say any names that I wanted? I know I heard family members' names last night and possibly again tonight. I'll know more when I put it on the computer. They always come through and say something, so... Can I decipher the messages? Yeah, I think so. Okay, it's 4 o'clock in the morning. And I woke up and... I don't know if I was dreaming about Carol. I don't remember a dream, but she's on my mind. Yesterday I got a Facebook message from another informant that I have. She sent me a clip, a newspaper clipping. And it was kind of vague. I don't know what she's talking about. I'd never heard of it. I'll show you guys the clip. I did hear them coming through in the session I did in the trailer last night about Carol and Jack's murder case. Again, they always do. They always come through. But I didn't pursue it. I didn't ask any questions. I wasn't trying to communicate with Carol. But now I wake up and she's on my mind here, and I don't know.